So speaking about Netflix continues to diversify, figure out what the future looks like. And in the future, it's not just about content, it's about fandom. It's about the cultures around the different
Exclusive content.
series that they're doing. And so, what they did with Stranger Things, they created a whole universe around it. I remember one time I was at the ice cream shop and they had a Stranger Things promo, and it was like based on some ice cream shop inside of the show, and like all these, the marketing stuff that we talked about recently, where they went and took the front page of USA Today for their new show, Sweet Tooth. I finished that show, by the way.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
But I'm not going to spoil or give you any. It was kind of a moment where we watched the 8 episodes and it feels like there's so many unanswered questions and they're like really hooking you on that next season for that thing.
Oh, so they're preparing. For a second
I didn't get
season.
any. I felt like I got nothing. Like, I mean, I got something, but I'm not trying to discourage somebody from watching it, but I'm telling you, and maybe this is the case. I don't watch that much stuff. Maybe this is always the case, where you get a feeling at the end of it that they're really pitching you on the next one,
Right.
season 2 or whatever it is. I got that. Maybe some people like that feeling. I don't know. The cliffhanger thing. You ever been cliff hung?
Yes.
Yeah,
I have. Well, Game of Thrones, really.
Oh yeah,
They had some
I saw
cliffhangers.
somebody left a comment and said, "Hey Lou, you strike me as the type of guy that the minute you finally watch Game of Thrones, you're the #1 fan." Somebody said that.
Well, you did. The first season.
No, I wasn't.
And you were into
I
it,
wasn't.
right?
I wasn't the #1 fan. No, I couldn't handle it once the dragons got involved. Once the CG started going wild, like I think I told you this before, and it's not against the genre or whatever. It was just a moment that I had where I was like, how can I describe this moment where when the fictional aspect got ratcheted up, I was like,
When the fantasy became too much.
when the fantasy got ratcheted up, I was like, and this is my own problem, but it got to a point where I had trouble with the engagement.
No, I get you, because all that political stuff in the first season was really interesting. And we talked about this before, like it could have went on as human politics, right?
Yeah, and maybe it's my own problem in the sense that I wanted it to be something that it wasn't, because everybody was talking about it and I was like, damn. And I got to a point in the first season where I was like, damn, this is, because medieval, Braveheart, like whatever, medieval, you got me. Like
Yeah, that's very cool.
I have questions. I'm following along. You got kings. I felt like it has so much. And then was my own problem
Yeah.
where I had, much like people who were watching the Tesla event and they were like, where's the one more thing element? I just had a wrong expectation about it.
Sure, yeah.
But then now that my kids are a bit older, and I know Game of Thrones is mature, but now that they're older, I'll take more fantasy-based risks. Like I'm
Yeah.
watching the Sweet Tooth, and the dude's got horns. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's a hybrid. But in my own private time, it seemed like it's different rules. I don't know.
Yeah, I hear you. I get it.
You were wanted to say something there, but you restricted yourself.
Yeah.
Was it inappropriate?
Well, I was just gonna say, like, the first season, spoiler alert, with Game of Thrones, like the last scene was the birth of the dragons, right? And it was, I guess, to everyone really exciting, but to you, you're probably like, oh, this is lame.
No, I didn't say it in those terms that it's lame. I just, from that moment, viewed the genre differently.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's what I'm watching. I see. But I told you it was my own problem. I'm not trying to tell anybody that there's like, why should one content be better than some, like whatever the thing that you happen to be into. I'm just saying that was a moment for me.
Yeah.
But it's unfortunate because that's where they spent all the money. Once they started getting these dragons, it must have cost a fortune.
Oh, yeah, the CG.
But I'll tell you something else, Will, just to clear the ground here. I rarely make it past one season anyway of anything. Like I would mostly, like I feel it's downhill after the first season in most cases. I also feel the same way about movies. Like very rarely is a sequel living up to it for me. It has happened. More often than not, I feel like, okay, I got it.
Right.
So that's just to set the groundwork of where I'm at comparative to people who want to watch, 10 seasons of something. Like, I can't imagine 10 seasons of the same subject matter.
No, I understand.
Myself. Netflix, anyway, what they're doing is different from that. Like what I was talking about around the culture, around a show, they're going to have their own online store now where they're going to be selling limited edition merchandise. And there's a few things in here I think you might be interested in.
Okay.
Because you've been known to indulge.
Get some swag.
From time to time, you've been known to indulge. So Netflix.shop is going to be available in the United States starting Thursday and expand into other countries in the coming months. I guess that's yesterday by the looks of it. The online store offers a new source of revenue for Netflix and expands its product line beyond the items it sells through partners such as Target and Walmart, which I didn't even know they were doing that. So they've got streetwear and action figures based on anime series Yasuke and Eden, anime apparel, and decorative items inspired by French crime thriller Lupin. The Lupin products were developed with the Louvre Museum. What's the name of that museum, Will?
The Louvre. I tried.
Netflix is a culture, man.
Yeah.
You got to rep it. Like once you buy the merch, you're deeper in. Now you're embedded. You like look at the shirt in a drawer or whatever, or the action figure, and you're like embedded. You understand how that works, right?
Yeah. You get more invested into it because you actually spent dollars.
You spend some dollars. Now here's the other one. Netflix is going to do their own logo wear as well, which is developed with Japanese fashion house Beams.
Okay.
So are you prepared to wear some Netflix logo wear, just Netflix gear?
No, absolutely not. No. I mean, why?
Just Netflix.
No.
I don't think it's going to say Netflix. I'm sure they'll find a way to do it. That fashion group sounds serious, so I'm sure they'll find a way to do it. But look at this, Will.
It's nice that there's no Netflix branding on it.
No, but there will be on some stuff, I'm sure.
Okay.
Eventually on some stuff there will be. Or maybe they'll come up with like funky, subtle ways of integrating their brand.
Don't mind that.
I don't know. Maybe they'll embrace the memes or something.